Greetings, and thank you for joining us in our mini lesson today titled A Lesson from the Green Mile. There's a powerful scene in that movie that is a wake up call for all of us. Paul, played by Tom Hanks, is grappling with his conscience as he sits at the kitchen table. He is entrusted with overseeing the execution of John Coffey, a man that he knows to be innocent and a man that he also knows that has been blessed by God with the divine gift of healing. As he sits in contemplation, his wife asks, "What's wrong?" Paul says, "I have done some things in my life that I'm not proud of, but this is the first time I ever felt real danger of hell." Despite his internal conflict, his wife encourages him to talk to John Coffey. So the following day, Paul enters John's cell, pulls up a small bench, and takes a seat to engage in a crucial conversation. He begins, "John, I have something to ask you, something very important." Anticipating Paul's query, John interjects, "I know what you're going to say, and you don't have to say it." However, Paul insists, "No, I do." And he asks John, "What do you want me to do? Do you want me to let you go and see how far you can get?" In response, John says, "Why would you do a foolish thing like that?" Paul, wearing a grave expression, answers, "On the day of my judgment, when I stand before God and he asks me, 'Why did you kill one of my true miracles?' What am I going to say? That it was my job?" Then he looks to the ground, shaking his head, and repeats it. "That it was my job?" Paul's sincere demeanor reveals his awareness that such an excuse will not suffice in the eyes of God. The reason I share this is because when we stand before God and He questions us on why we didn't share the gospel more frequently, what are we going to say? That life got too busy and we didn't have the time? We need to dive deeper in our relationship with God so that we can become more amazed of who He is and what Jesus did on the cross. If not, we too will find ourselves in Paul's shoes at the end of our life, knowing that such an excuse will not suffice in the eyes of God.